What's up guys, end of the week me, just jumping in at the start of this video on what is a very sunny Friday afternoon, 23 degrees and definitely sunglasses weather. But two reasons I'm just jumping in at the start. First reason, I had a notification on my phone this week. It is one year anniversary since I started FarmStrong. So yeah, it seems to have flown by. I've shared loads of videos and shorts with you in that time, and I think the stats told me that we're nearly at sort of around 3.5 million views across the channel and slowly creeping our way to 1,500 subscribers. So thank you to you if you're one of those subscribers or someone that watches the channel regularly. It's greatly appreciated. I love producing the content, and yeah, I'm glad there are some people out there that enjoy it. And talking to people that enjoy the content, I know someone who's probably one of the bigger fans of the channel, James O'Keefe. He's celebrated his 9th birthday this week, so bit of a shout out to you. Happy birthday, James. I hope the family have bought you loads of presents, and you're having a good time celebrating this weekend. So happy birthday, James. But without any further ado, let's get into this week's video. What's up guys, welcome back to FarmStrong. My name's Jack and thanks for joining me on the channel. Something that's a little bit of a novelty for our farm, but you can see behind me we've got an irrigation pump and we're currently pulling water from one of our reservoirs to water a grass field, our second year grass field that's over by me here. You can just see the gun above my finger running in the distance. So we'll go and have a look at the field in a second and have a look at the guns. But yeah, I thought I'd just pop down to the reservoir just to show you the pump here. So we've got a pump pulling water out our lower reservoir. So we've got two 10 million gallon reservoirs, one behind me here and one further up on the hill. And yeah, we're just pulling the water from that, not too far. Just got to hop along and then into the field there. But we've got a local spud farmer who's come and set up all the irrigation gear for us and is doing the job. Apologies for the wind noise, it's pretty breezy down here, but we've got the pump set up on the bank of the reservoir here with a flexi pipe running across this field corner, up the hedge line there to the top of the field, and then pipe work running along that tree line around it and then across the top of the field as well. And there's currently 4 spray guns, 4 irrigators and spray guns set up in the field, but the pump is just running the 2 closest to the wood here. So we're running to the field and we're going to have a look at the spray guns. A view of the lower reservoirs, I'm just driving by it. Just got the tree shear on the forklift which I picked up, pulls on the 360 digger. It's just been tidying up some trees and branches that have fallen down from our ditches in some of the margins. So I've just come to pick the tree shear up from Paul and swapped it with the ditching bucket as it's just tidying up a little bit of ditching. But yeah, this is what we call the lower reservoir beside me, and we'll just drive up the hill here and we'll get a view of the top reservoir. So second reservoir just beside us there. In recent years, we haven't pulled any water from the reservoir. We don't tend to put any water on any of our cereal crops. And no one seems to rent any ground for spuds around us. So yeah, we haven't actually pulled any water out the reservoirs for a few years, I believe. So 2 rain guns currently working this corner of the field, or this section of field behind the wood here. And this doesn't really mean much to me, but yeah, Rainstar E41s. I gather these guns are sort of smart ones, so they work to the boundaries of the field. So they're all set up just to water efficiently. They won't overlap. And we're planning to put about 50 ml of water on in 2 passes. So 25 mil on each drag. We weren't wanting to put too much water on in one go, in case we sort of had some surface runoff down the hill here. And then you're probably asking why we're watering the grass. We wouldn't normally do this, and it's probably hard to pick up on camera, but we just thought the crop was looking a little bit sorry for itself, got a bit of a brown and yellow tinge across it. Dry weather just seems to be getting to it. And obviously having the water in the reservoir sort of means we might as well use it. Obviously we've got to spend the money on the diesel to pump it, which at this current time is expensive, but yeah, we thought it worthwhile. And perhaps if watering out the reservoir makes it rain, we'll be happy. So the rain guns are just set to run up and down our tram lines, and then obviously the pipes and the gun being dragged up onto the reel, which slowly winds it in. Water just about to turn round. Going back on its arc now. Blown in my face with the wind blowing that one. You can actually see on camera, because we've got quite a strong breeze today, that water getting blown right the way across the field there. And as I said earlier, pump down the reservoir is just running these two irrigators at the moment. There are another two though set up on the sort of main drag of the field, which I guess they'll turn on once the section of the field behind me has been covered. They've laid some rigid aluminium piping, but a lot of it around the field is this flat flexible hose, which is just wound off a reel on the back of the tractor. I was watching them reel it out yesterday, and it's pretty speedy. And I just walked around the edge of the field to have a look. As good as an off-road as the Mini is, I didn't fancy chancing it around the field, and I wasn't sure it would make it over the pipe very well either. So there's one of the other reels that's set up, ready to go down one tram line. So those guns are pulled out down the bottom of the field, ready to go. And that's the other one set up, ready to go as well. Class here doing all the upgrades on the 8900 ready for harvest. So we've got a new feeder housing that's just the guys have just put on. So they've got a heavy duty housing that we put on, and this is the old feeder housing that's been taken off. And then they've also put in the grain tank, we've had an agitator kit put in, and then a few other little upgrades as well. Class guys have come down from Market Harbour to do it. So the next few clips are of a visit Dad and I went on to DLF Seeds, who we grow grass seed on contract for, and we're actually on a visit to their mixing and bagging plant in Worcestershire. And you're seeing clips of their high-tech bagging plant Titan, which has 48 separate bins, so it can store 48 different varieties of seed for mixing. And then that's all in conjunction with an automated bagging and packing line. They explained this allows them to mix and bag stock on a just-in-time method and not hold so much bulk grass seed in their warehouses. I always find it amazing watching automation work. As you can see, it's definitely saving a fair bit of manual handling. This pallet stacking machine was extremely precise in how it handled the bags and then compressed them to keep an even stack. Once the pallet was complete, it would move on to be wrapped and then was lifted up to another level to be stacked in the warehouse. After completing the tour of the production facilities, we were then shown round what DLF call their amenity showcase. So what DLF have done is create different services like the golf green, rugby and football pitches, cricket pitches, a tennis court and other areas to showcase the amenity seeds they mix and produce. It was a very impressive facility and great to see how some of our grass seed is used. Even the tennis net was from Wimbledon. Just popped up to the other farm to clear some beans up. Last load of beans that are going out. Headers on the combine. Geez, it looks big. Just driving past the irrigator and it is literally nearly at the end of its run. About to pull itself into the reel. So this one's on its second pull now, second pass. So second 25 mil that's gone on. Could sit and watch all day. But that's the reason we're putting it on. Blue sky. 23 degrees. Guys, it's Saturday morning. Just realised I needed to round this week's video off. Apologies, it's only a short video. Yesterday ended up getting stuck into the sprayer with Dad. Been having quite a few issues with blocked nozzles. So I spent some time trying to clean some of the pipe work out. But yeah, just run 5k around my local village in preparation for the inaugural Matching Green 10k, which is actually going through the farm. So if you're running that, enjoy the scenery through the farm. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching this week's video. Take it easy and see you soon.